Hello and welcome to Triumph Ministries. I am your host, Ramona Long, and I am with my two co-hosts, Sherry Watts and Denise Montgomery. Today's topic is payday loans, and I'm going to read you a little bit of scripture about being the lender and not the borrower. Deuteronomy 28:12 and 13 says, Jehovah will open up to you his good storehouse, which is heaven, to give your land rain in its season, and bless all that you do. You will lend to many nations, while you yourself will not need to borrow. And so that's what I'm going to read these statistics for, and hopefully you'll get some better understanding of payday loans. You'll be surprised. Each year, approximately 12 million Americans take out payday loans. What they need the money for might not be what you expect. You probably have seen a payday loan at a storefront or online, and for quick cash loans at some point in your life. Even if you never took out a payday loan, you may be familiar with the concept of short-term lending. These loans are typically used by people with lower incomes, and that's sad, and are usually marked by lenders as a remedy for unexpected financial emergencies. Once you use payday loans, you usually take more money out than during the course of the year, especially around the holidays. These are small dollar high cost loans. They are usually between 50 to 1,000 people who do this. There are people who cannot get any loans any other way, and the annual percentage rate is much higher than you find for other personal loans or credit cards. So if you think this is the way to go, check out the interest you're paying. People, and I'm going to go to that in a minute. People 25 to 49 are more likely to use payday loans compared to senior citizens ages 70 and older, who are least likely to use these loans. Sadly, African Americans are also twice as likely to take out a loan than people of other races or ethnicities. People with an income of $15,000 to $25,000 a year are most likely to take out a payday loan. We have renters, we have the disabled, we have parents separated or divorced. People who take out those loans rarely use it for the purpose for which it was intended. For the reason why you borrowed it is not the reason that you went in there originally to do. So, and the interest rates are astronomical. So, and in certain states, in certain states it goes as high as 574%. Dakota and Wisconsin are 521%, and Nevada is 517. Delaware, 474, and in Utah, it's even about that range. 15 states either ban the loans or cap off the interest at 36%. Now, that's a heck of a drop from that loan. Now, I don't understand if maybe the people who take out these loans, they don't read the fine print or whatever, but it's amazing to me that that we're being targeted in these certain demographics. We're being targeted because they know that we're the ones that are always going to be borrowing money for whatever reason or another. So they put a payday loan company in probably just about on every corner, if you really want to think about it, and there's a reason for that. We have got to learn how to manage our money, and I know that's easier said than done. If you have children, if you're ill, whatever, I understand that, but there's other ways to get income to help pay your debts or buy things, because that kind of loan goes on and on. It doesn't just end just like that. It goes on and on, because once you fall short on paying it on time, then the interest goes up. The time you have to pay it goes on and on. So I need to.
Okay, Mona. I hear all you're saying. I hear about the rates. I know all of that about that, but I'm gonna feed my baby. And at this point in time, I'm not telling anybody to go get a payday loan. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm just saying I'm not gonna let my child be hungry. Okay, I don't get paid till Friday, but Junebug is hungry on Monday. I'm not gonna let him sit there and be hungry. Okay, so I can sit here and say, well, the interest rate is $436, sweetie. He gonna say, yeah, Mom, I'm full. So
But
that's not going to
but
happen.
on the food issue.
Please don't get me started on that.
On the food issue, you can go to food pantry. But
I mean, I
most
have,
of this,
okay, no, I can't.
But Junebug,
not all the time.
Junebug is he ate one day, but you're paying for a whole month on what he ate that day.
But the point is, my baby ate. I'm not going to sit up and let my baby.
And what
not
happens to
eat.
the next week when he can't eat?
Okay,
well, I'm getting paid in a week.
I'm getting paid that Friday.
We're gonna eat next week.
Okay.
But I'm saying about most of them. When I looked at what the payday loans were used for, it was stuff like utilities. It was stuff
Yes.
like car notes and stuff. Like intent things that you have to have in order to make it. Food, yes, we go to food pantry. Yes, we can do that. But car note, it's very few people gonna pay your car note for you. And you have to have your car to get to work, and you have to get to work to get paid. And so you have all these issues.
I can sit here right now and say, okay, I'm not going to pay my $465 car note. Okay, because maybe, God forbid, I split the money or something else happened. The baby got sick. So I can say I'm not going to pay the car note or let them come get the car, which means I'm going to lose the job, which means I'm going to be evicted. Or I can go back and I can get the payday loan.
No, you can start planning your life a little better. You could start.
I agree. We can do that.
You can do that some kind of way. You've got to plan your life better, because if you can't pay your car note and they take the car, I can't fathom that at all, because no matter what happens in life, if those payday loans weren't there, what would you do? Where would you go? What would you borrow money from a bank?
No, I would either hide the car, which is what they used to could do. They used to could hide cars. Can't hide cars.
Right.
Because low jacks on your car. Let me tell you,
Right.
this demographic you're talking about, they not only, they're just exploited, period. The poor are exploited,
period. Yes.
They have the highest interest rates on everything. The credit, of course, you got $25,000 your income. You don't qualify for credit. Come on. Even if you would pay them on time, you don't have enough.
Right.
They say you don't make enough, so they won't give you credit. And then not only are you exploited in that area, don't be middle class, but you're going to be exploited as a poor person. It is just a curse to be poor, and I hate to say that. But it is. Being poor is like a death sentence over you. Your neighborhood, when you go to your neighborhood store, your stuff is more expensive.
Yeah.
At your Walmart in the poor area, bread costs different than Walmart in another area.
That's true.
Could be 5 miles down the road, but it's in a more of a middle class. And so they figure it's not such a loss on that, and you're not going to steal. So, and you go in the stores, they automatically think because you're poor, you're going to steal.
Yeah.
I mean, it blows my mind the way we treat our poor.
But before, as a person who was delivered years ago from the payday loans,
right.
I've been there, done that.
Done that.
Okay, been there, done that. Okay, I had a house, I had a mortgage, I had a son. Okay, I wasn't making all the money that we all were talking about. Okay, so at some point in time, I knew I was getting paid every 2 weeks. I just had to make it. Okay, I just had to fake it till I could make it. Okay, so I did have to go in there and get that payday loan. Was I proud of it? No, and I knew in my mind it's not going to always be that way.
Right.
It's not going to always be that way. I didn't have anybody I could call. I didn't have anybody I could call, Miss Ramona.
That's who you call, honey. That's who you call.
The check didn't come right then,
Listen, let me tell you something.
Okay.
Let me tell you something. The Bible. We are Christians. We Christians act like the world. We're broke like they are. Because I'm telling you, I can't get that in my head that as a Christian, the Bible tells you how to live your life every day.
Okay.
It's a believer's, what they call it? Believers.
The Bible, believers' instruction
before leaving Earth.
There you go.
Okay, so there's no reason why we should get ourselves in that dilemma. I'm sorry, there's no reason for it.
But Mona, if you
life.
do, what if life happens?
Life.
The brakes go out on the car.
I don't care.
The brakes go out on the car. The water
Who gave you that life? Who gave you that life? God didn't tell you. Listen, your faith should help get you. If you have enough faith, you have to realize that God will intervene sooner or later. He will do that.
Sometimes he'd be too late.
No. He ain't never too late, baby. He ain't never too late.
Look, I got to get to work.
Okay,
let me tell you something. When my babies were little, one time in my life I had to go get welfare. I told that man, I went in there all decked out in my fur, honey. I had my wig working, and I had my makeup on, and I said, I want assistance only for 3 months. 3 months. And he said, why 3 months? I said, because I believe that God's going to give me a job in 3 months. And he did. and I made very good money, and I never looked back. You gotta believe.
But Mona, listen to what you just said. Listen to what you just said.
What's that?
You went and asked for assistance.
For 3 months.
For 3 months.
That was
okay.
long
So
ago.
I'm saying, but all I'm saying is the car note ain't gonna be behind every month.
Right.
Okay. So what I'm saying is, so I don't want them to pick the car up. I didn't know that the brakes were gonna be out. I didn't have $2,000 sit up in the savings. So you go and get the pay, and I paid it back. Don't get me wrong. I paid the money back and I didn't go back and use the payday loan. But I'm saying, if you already robbing Peter to pay Paul, this is just something.
Then John comes along and wants some money.
I can't.
Okay.
I can't.
Come
I
on, what we
cannot
supposed to
wrap
do?
my head around that, because if we keep making excuses for that now, how do you minister to somebody when you're not doing any better than they are? You understand what I'm saying? How do you do that?
But wait a minute, Ramona. Like you said, the 3 months. Sometimes payday loans are a necessary evil for 3 months.
But you know what? And
But
they're
it's not
praying on that.
supposed to be
They are
forever.
praying
Right.
on that.
You're right.
That's where the
praying
problem
on
comes
that.
in.
They are praying
That's
on
where
that.
the problem comes
That's
in.
right. They know that that's the way you think and that's the way you're going to
Yes.
act. So a payday loan will pop up for the next 50 years before we pass away because of that mentality. You've got to come to a point when you say, I am not going
But
to
so
use.
we can't. You're saying don't even use them for a rescue.
No.
A
No,
temporary
ma'am.
rescue.
No, ma'am. There is no temporary rescue with a payday loan. It goes on and on.
Not if
But
you pay
Mona,
them when they
that's
turn.
what
How
I'm
many
saying.
people do that? How many people do
Okay,
that? I've
okay.
heard people that close their bank account so they can't get the money back.
Well, young
And that's
people
true.
don't do it, but there are some people that do it.
You're looking at one.
The statistic
I pay-
says 1 in 5
Right.
will
You're that
repay.
1 in 5.
So I told God, I said, okay, Lord, this is a temporary situation. Give me 1 year. 1 year later, I wasn't doing any more payday loans. I made up my mind. This was in the 90s. I ain't been back and got
And
one
that's
since.
a beautiful thing.
Okay,
that
but
could
I'm
have went
saying-
bad. That could have went the other way. You
That's
understand?
true. It could have, but when I looked at my phone's not working right now, but statistically, most people pay it back on time. Yes, you're going to get those. It's only going to pay that $15 renewal fee or that $30
Yeah.
renewal fee, and it's going to last forever until
Forever.
they close their
Yes.
bank account,
Right.
which is probably what you have encountered before. But I just can't get out of my mind. Yes, we have too many.
Yes, we do. They're
Yes,
on
we
every
have too
corner.
many.
Yes,
They're
every
everywhere.
corner.
They're predatory lending. The Bible tells us to be a lender,
Lender
and
and not a borrower.
The
Yes.
Bible also tells us that the lender is slave. The borrower is enslaved to the lender.
Mm-hmm.
We understand that, but sometimes that enslavement has to happen for a couple of weeks. And then I got to get set free. But the point is, there are alternatives. But I love it the way our ex-president, President Obama, put something in place because he noticed that
Yes.
it's not just because it's an African-American community, but it's preying on the weak.
Yes, and the poor.
We're going to have the
Yes.
poor forever. The Bible tells us we're going to have
Yes.
forever.
Yes, yes.
But we have a responsibility to stand up for those that can't stand up for themselves.
Right.
Because in Micah 6:8, he said he's shown you what's good and what God requires of us. And one of the things is that we do justice, which means we stand up for those that can't stand for themselves. So what he did was he put in place a legislation that is supposed to roll out next year in August 2019. Is it going to help a lot? I don't know. But the legislation says that they have to be able to prove that the person that's borrowing the money has the ability to pay it back.
Oh, God, that's going to.
Now,
Yeah.
are you going to go around asking, are they going to lie?
Okay.
That's on them.
Yeah.
But what you're doing is making it more conscious. Because when you need money and they're throwing these papers at you
Yes.
telling you this is going to cost this much, it's going to cost this much, it's going to cost. You're like, okay, whatever, and you sign it. But if you have to bring in proof that you can afford to pay this back, you are more conscious about what you're signing. Even if you go make the paperwork up, again, you're more conscious.
So you're saying,
It's
as
just
a
being
consumer,
educated.
I'm going to have to bring my check stub in.
Yeah, and prove
And
it.
then this lender who wants me to borrow this money is going to say, well, Miss Montgomery, you really can't afford this loan. We can't give it to you.
And I'm going to be back like if I go to the bank, because the same thing the bank going to tell
And
me.
they're
So
helping you by
but I'm
doing
saying,
that.
is this predatory lender really going to say that to me? Miss Montgomery,
They
we
have
looked
to
at
by
your account.
law. But the point is, what you're going to do is you're going to find out what their requirements are, and you're going to go make some fake documents to meet their requirements. But the point is, he is requiring that you be educated on what you're doing. So if you go make all those documents up, you're educated because you made the educated choice to falsify documents.
Right.
That's
so
too much energy. Yeah.
The predatory lender is off the hook because they're taking, even though they can see it's not right. But you brought it, they took it. And so what I think we should do at this point is talk about alternatives, because life happens. The brakes go out.
Yes.
Water bill's higher than you expected. Don't
pipe
mention in
burst.
Texas.
Yes.
Don't mention that Texas heat. Because you're not going to turn it off if it's work. If I can go over and flip the switch, I'm going to turn that air conditioner on. Now, when I get that $200-$300 bill,
it's going off.
And see, that's what bothers me, that people,
we're spoiled. I know, we're spoiled.
And that's exactly right. I mean, obviously, the majority of people that do this must not make enough money to make ends meet.
Absolutely.
So
$25,000, come on, Ramona.
That's what I'm trying to say. So you know that's what you make. There's got to be, so you can't say to yourself, I'm not going to be able to make ends meet with this money. What can I do? Maybe get a part-time job, maybe?
You trying to tell me to get on the pole? That's just rude.
Well, baby,
that's just rude.
Paying.
Because the reason I say that, if I'm making $25,000, there is an education issue here. There's a skill issue here.
Right.
Yes.
I'm lacking something if
Right.
I'm accepting $25,000
a year.
So you want to get into more debt by getting a payday loan. And
Mona, you want me to go get a part-time job. I got 3 kids at home. So now I got to pay a babysitter. I already can't pay, so I got to go pay a babysitter to keep these 3 kids while I go work a part-time job.
The reason I'm not going to say what I want to say because I love you. I'm going to tell you something about them 3 kids that you had.
No, we're not going to do that.
I was married and he left me. How about that?
Well,
I didn't get him on my own.
Okay.
So and he's not paying child support because I don't know where he is.
Support.
So you want me to leave my 3 kids already? I ain't got no money, and you want me to go? I already got 1 job. I'm making $25,000-$30,000 a year. But now you want me to find somebody to keep these 3 babies, and then I need to go.
My 1 kid's got to be baby.
Okay, boy, I'm
They
sorry.
will be by that time because they're hungry.
But I need to leave my 3 kids, and I got to find somebody to keep them while I go work at 7-Eleven.
But you know what?
While I go work.
If you use that scenario, that will be your story for the rest of your life. Not you, but whoever does that.
No, they gonna grow up. Them jokers going.
But then there'll be something else. It'll be something else.
But so I'm just saying, Mona, that's not. I can't go get a part-time job because I got to pay somebody to keep my kids. I can't go get a part-time job. Okay, that's not going to help.
So what you're saying is there's no solutions to payday loans.
Yes,
no
that's what I said. We're about to do alternatives.
Hit it, sister.
One of the alternatives, because you were saying that they go close their bank account. Of course, it's not ethical for one to do that because you actually owe. When you sign those papers,
and
you actually owe. So one thing it said is negotiate the payday loans that you already have. Because not only are we talking payday loans, these short-term predatory lending, it's also those title loans.
Oh, God.
And then those also the little finance companies that's everywhere. They pop up. The little finance
on every corner.
They have all of the finance companies.
Yes.
And so the thing is, what you want to do is try to negotiate the payments down. Because what happens is because you couldn't pay the loan, it got worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. So you want to negotiate and see what you can do to get them down.
Will they negotiate?
They do. Some of them will because they know, a lot of times, especially if you're on the 3rd time around, they already know if you're at 3rd time around of renewing, the chances of them getting all their money back are slim anyway.
Slim.
And besides that, they've gotten most of their money because all those fees you paying is actually what you started out borrowing. Right. So the first thing I would do is try to negotiate and see if I can get that down.
And a lot of people don't know about it, but there are debt counselors that you can go. One of the ways that I did get out of the cycle was I went to consumer credit counseling.
Right, that's good.
And they sat down with me and they said, okay, Ms. Montgomery, we're going to take these, and they bundled them all into a payment. They contacted the creditors and said, she can't pay you this, but she can pay you that.
Right.
Okay, most of the creditors said, okay, yeah. And I'm just being transparent. That is an option, credit counseling. Call up. The government even has a website that you can go. It's www.usgovernmentdebt.one. Okay, you can call them. They give you strategies to tell you how to talk to your creditors. They tell you, bankruptcy. Maybe that's an option.
And then another thing you can think about too. I like those 2 options, but then another thing you can think about is way back when my kids are grown now, but it was a time that you can go into your employer. If you are a good employee and you've worked well and they trust you, you can ask them for an advance. I don't know if they still do it now, but back then they don't do it no more.
No, the company be out of business by that time.
They don't do that no more. How they gonna just stop?
Because they got too many people borrowing money.
There you go. Because too many people coming in there with a sob story saying, they're going to turn off my lights.
Right.
Please give me.
Are you serious? They don't do that anymore?
No, baby, no.
HR ain't finna do that. No, they're not finna do that.
Well, that was my option. What else?
But right now, it just takes strength. It really is. You got to have a person. When you make up in your mind, I'm just not gonna do this anymore. That's it. You just make up in your mind. Come heck, whatever, come what may, and you do. I said, okay, whatever. Your child don't have to have on those shoes. And they don't have to. All you got to do is put shoes on your child's feet, and you make up your mind that no, I can do this. I'm gonna live within my means.
You're right.
And you were a single woman. You were a single woman.
Yes.
But if there are marriages that have broken up behind payday loans.
Yes.
And so that's what I'm saying. When you have all that negativity going on from one entity, just to make ends meet, something got to give. Those information you gave, the places you said to go, I think that's great. As long as you stay fast in the word that you're not going to do that again, no matter what. And what you said was, you got to don't go get Nikes, go get Walmart, Payless, Walmart, whatever you want to get.
Look, Payless works. Payless got me
right,
through.
exactly. It don't need an
And you're
insignia on
right.
it.
It's about making up my mind that this is not the life I want.
Yes.
Because now what I do is I live beneath my means.
There you go.
Yes.
I live beneath my means on purpose because I never know when it's gonna happen.
That's it.
Exactly.
When it's going to hit the fan,
That's
and when
it.
things going to just be so crazy that I need money. So I absolutely live beneath my.
That's proper planning.
I drive that old 1998 Big Red. Me and Big Red get everywhere.
Hey.
But what I'm able to do, because I don't have that $600-$700 car note, me and Big Red, we get where we need to get, and I'm able to live beneath my means. But like you said, it took a mindset.
And you can go shopping when you want.
Yes, ma'am.
Hey.
Unfortunately, I do. You not do that. Unfortunately, I do go shopping.
And she get ready to go Dooney and Burke.
Look, you're making me lose my point. But the point I'm making is it took a conscious decision.
Yes.
And it's not just one-time decision. For me, it's an everyday decision. Because sometimes Big Red get on my nerve going too slow and everybody going around me. So I think it's shoes. I'm going to give me a Mercedes because it's not that I can't afford it. I choose not to afford it.
Right.
And so sometimes it's a conscious decision.
And you know what else?
Day.
Because I didn't want people calling me,
and
I'm on the phone, and I'm looking around because I'm hoping and praying nobody is hearing this person talk to me like I'm trash.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
And I didn't want people calling me. I like answering my phone.
And another thing, do you realize that when those creditors, before they call you, they say something negative. And so when they put that negative word on your name, that's in the atmosphere.
Yes.
And people wondering why they can't get out from under this
Yes.
because of all the negative has been spoken over their finances.
Right.
And that's why I don't want nobody to call me. Like my daughter, I'll give her money to pay her car note. And I'll give it to her in advance, at least 5 days in advance. And if they dial my number when her car notes, I'm going livid.
Right. Right.
Because you know you've given her the money.
Right.
You know you've given her
And
the
I'm
money.
teaching her
That's
how
it.
to handle her finances.
Yes.
So no one should have to be calling me because I understand the principle that's in the atmosphere, what's spoken in the atmosphere. Many generations are cursed because of what's been released in the atmosphere.
Exactly.
I'm not going to go there about demonics and stuff, but I'm just saying. People put stuff on your name in the atmosphere, and the kids have it bad. Don't be putting that on my name. Oh my God, I hear that all day. Miss White, they putting that lie on my name, and you know how they be. Don't be putting it on my grandmama. Didn't do that. Don't be. They be mad because they don't want you. Now, if kids have the sense enough to understand that you're not gonna put nothing negative on my name, credit us. And then when they talking to you like you three,
Yes.
Like you three.
Yeah.
And that, if you go on the website, I was just telling you about they tell you a debtor, you have rights.
you have rights.
You have rights.
These
can't-
payday people tell you they can put you in jail. They
No,
cannot put you in jail.
oh, help me, Jesus, right there. It says, harass you with repeated phone calls. They can't do that.
Cannot.
They can't make any false claim or statement that you're going to be arrested. Hey, where's that debtor's prison? I ain't seen no debtor's
Our
prison.
prison is full already.
Thank you.
Can
They
you
said-
imagine they picked up everybody had a debt?
Oh, Jesus, help us. It says, threaten to have money deducted from your paycheck or sue you unless the collection agency or credit. They can't do that. But you don't know, so that you listen and you sitting there, you scared and you shaking. I ain't shaking.
So you go and
and I'm
renew.
scared. So you go ahead and renew because they said we're going to deduct. No, they can't deduct anything from your paycheck. IRS, the only person could do that.
And they do it.
They real good at doing it. But unless you got IRS behind your initials, you can't deduct anything from my check. But you have to know that, and you have to come out of your scheme. That's
But if you know that that's what happens if you can't keep up on a payday loan. You understand what I'm saying?
That's what we're saying. We got to change.
We got to
agree.
change.
We agree on that, Ramona.
We do.
We don't agree
We
not
agree.
to ever use it because they're necessary evils.
They are necessary.
But the point is, if you have to use it, use
Yes.
it for the purpose intended, which is what you
and
said.
make
they
up your
don't do.
mind.
Yeah.
This
Pay
is
these
not
people
going to be a
back.
permanent situation.
Permanent.
This is not a permanent. This is a temporary situation. I'm going to get up on my feet. God is blessing me. I'm going to do what I got to do, and I'm going forward.
That's it.
And that's what you do. So that's
That's our spiel.
that's our spill, and we're sticking to it.
That's our spiel.
But I mean, I hope that someone gets something out of this because really, it's getting ridiculous with the title loans
Yes.
and the payday. They make it seem so wonderful on TV, and you run out there.
Did you notice they use celebrities?
Yes.
That is just
Yes.
so
Yes.
celebrities
Yes.
that you look up to will
Yes.
say, when you
Yes.
go come get this, we put the
Right.
money in
In
your
your
account
ca-
today.
today.
Yeah, and they will because they know.
You can have money in your account today.
Yes.
And you going,
They make
oh,
it sound
man.
so wonderful.
Really, and they make it sound
And they're
so,
sitting there on the
yes.
beach in another country,
Getting
all
all
that
that
money,
interest
and we're
off
back
of
here
you.
trying to figure out how to pay this payday loan. Ridiculous.
And
anyway,
if you just stop to think, I don't really have to have it in my
I don't
account
have
today.
to have that.
you don't have to have it. You got to find another way.
And you know something else? I think if we're just, like you said, manage what we have,
Yes.
stretch what we have, because, old school used to stretch.
Right.
Pot of beans would feed you for days.
Yes.
And when you run out of actual beans, you eat the liquor, the love, and some cornbread.
Baby, it
You
tastes
can eat,
good.
and you would eat. And then you realize, I don't really have to have all that stuff.
No.
But it takes that moment when you say, I was in the store, and I don't know how much time we have left, but I was in the store yesterday, and I was just floored. I work in one of the poorest school districts, poorest parts of the school district in the area that I'm in. And I heard this lady that worked at $25,000 a year saying that she is about to go and buy some $200, I forgot these new sneakers that came out this week, $280 shoes, and I just was looking. So they thought I was confused. They thought I couldn't find something in the store. Ma'am, can we help you find something? I wanted to say, I want to help you find your mind, because evidently
Really?
you left it between
Somewhere.
the front door.
That's right.
We'll be all right
That's
now.
ridiculous. Now, see, that's ridiculous to me.
And
No,
so
why- your child going to outgrow them.
not only going to
Right.
outgrow those, where we are, we got alert on the phone that you're getting armed robbed. Be careful, teachers. I told you, we need PTSD. I tell you, we're in the war.
We're in a war zone.
I get a phone. When I get home, I get a phone call from our superintendent telling us that there have been several armed robberies around our district, and to be mindful of your surroundings for a cell phone. So if they want my raggedy cell phone, again, I don't pay a lot on nothing. That thing paid for it. I just keep on. As long as it rings.
Does it still
we're
ring?
finished. But
Does
the
it still
point
ring?
is, we have to be mindful of how we spend our money.
Yes, exactly. So anyway, I thank you ladies for your input. It has been wonderful conversation. It's very scintillating. And I hope that all of you out here have enjoyed the show today, and check us out on social media. Let us know what you think. And we thank you so much for tuning in. God bless.
Thank you.
God bless.